Well, how's it going, everybody? This is Maurice Perdreau and Gabriel A. Rosari, the seizure fan specialist for music. So, you want to introduce yourself, Gabe?
Yes, my name is Gabriel Irizarry. Started in the music industry, I would say non-officially 5 years ago as a manager producer. I was working on a lot of independent music here in New York City. Ended up signing on with Sony Music 2 years ago. I started in the realm of business development, co-negotiating deals on the corporate side of Sony, and worked my way through into the A&R research realm, where this past last year, actually last November, I signed an artist by the name of Mr. CG to a record deal at Jive, and since then have now gone back into the independent realm, and I currently have a management company called Frat Boy Entertainment, and I manage artists, and I also produce.
Sounds great. So, what can you do for an emerging artist calling SYK?
Sure. Well, I think whether at the beginning stages of your career or at one may consider a high successful point in the career, there's always steps, and we constantly in music we see it, whether starting out or a veteran, we ultimately hit these bumps in the road, and I think a lot of it just comes down to problem solving and sort of bridging the gap, being able to identify what the next step is, and with that also identifying the means of getting there. And I think that's for the emerging artists. I think whether you are at a I guess what we'd call rookie sort of standpoint, or starting off in your music career, or a veteran, very successful individual in the music career, there are still steps to be taken. And I think here at So You Know, what we can help you do is sort of bridge the gap to your next step, and even more so help you identify what the next step is. Sometimes, we have a long vision, and we fall short, and we miss the short vision, or vice versa. Sometimes you may have a lot of repertoire, a lot of music, a lot of raw product, and not know where to go with it, how to just get your foot in the door, whether it be into a venue or an actual record label. And here we help you find and seek and find those answers.
Great. What's the most important thing an emerging artist for them to know about starting in the music industry?
Um, I think the most important thing is that it begins and starts with you. I think in many artistic realms, and this is even on what one would call the business side, or the production side, or even just the artistic side, we're constantly getting stuck. But when you're stuck, there's so many things you can do. One of my intangibles that I put into to my mantra is, when you're stuck, create. Just keep working. You may have an unanswered question, but that doesn't mean that you can record a song idea that came into your head. So that's my main advice. Just keep in mind that it's your work, and with that, you just have to keep on working.
Great. When and why is it important for someone to get SYK'd?
Um, I think the most important time to get SYK'd is when you do feel that you are not moving. It could come down from basically not receiving answers, to a demo, to a venue pitch. I know starting off independent, there's a lot of cold calling involved, but I think the most important thing, and is to bridge the gap. Is sort of to find the answers, to your questions, and to put yourself in a situation where you can continue to move, and see the progress. I think what helps build a successful career are the results, and the results create, sort of the motivation toward your progression. So, um,
Great. Do you evaluate talent? Why or why not?
No. Here, so you know, we don't evaluate talent. I mean, this goes down to just the world of artists and repertoire. You will find that a lot of A&Rs may pass on your music, but they will never tell you your music is bad. And you know, it goes down to simple slogans such as, you know, one person's loss is another person's reward. And the idea here is to sort of help you create a blueprint without having an opinion on your music. I personally would not want to get caught in a position where maybe not that I don't like your music or may not understand one's music, will help me not be able to give them the map or offer them, you know, my suggestions on how to map a career. You know, there's certain fundamentals involved in a career that apply for anyone, you know, in any genre of music, and that's sort of what we want to stick by here.
Great. Where is SYK applicable?
It's applicable everywhere. You don't have to be in any of the major cities. You have to be in New York. You can be in any town across the country, and we're here.
Great. How do you sign up for SYK?
You can sign up right off the website. Just hit the link. It says schedule an appointment, and I'll let you guys know that it doesn't matter whether you're in the beginning stages of your career and trying to get your first show, or actually have just inked your first major record deal and trying to figure out what the next steps are towards marketing what you've done. We are here, and I believe you should always remember that the show must go on.